Now, three big failures by the Albanese government have made our fuel
So
predicament
hello
even
friends,
worse. There's the
welcome to
failure of
our
all
new
governments
channel, the English news channel Sky News Combo. Optional the trade of the news channel, fill up the time.
that
Thank you,
domestic oil and
subscribe
gas
and
exploration
like.
and extraction has been vastly curtailed over the past few years, even though fossil fuels are still 90% of our total energy needs. Finally, there's the government's extreme reluctance to do anything to upset Islamist voters in Western Sydney and Melbourne through backing of the US-Israeli campaign to destroy the Iranian war machine and hopefully remove this evil regime. Now, no one should underestimate the long-term impacts of this strategic caution come cowardice. Typically, the government sent out the infrastructure minister to say that we would not be sending a ship to the Strait of Hormuz to help secure 20% of the world's liquid fuel supply.
But we won't be sending a ship to the Strait of Hormuz. We know how incredibly important that is, but that's not something that we've been asked or we're contributing to.
Now, presumably they've wheeled her out because both the Prime Minister and the Defence Minister were too embarrassed to confess that we lack the political ticker or the naval strength to help secure the energy that we and the world needs. So far, it's been Britain's PM Keir Starmer who's copped Donald Trump's scorn for being a helpless bystander in this fight. In fact, Britain's done far more than we have in Australia, sending at least one warship plus fighter planes to the region. But that still hasn't stopped the President observing that Starmer's no Winston Churchill. If Trump bothered even to notice our Prime Minister at all, he'd have to say that as bad as Starmer is, well, Albanese is a whole lot worse. Now, as it happened, Australia wasn't even on the list of countries that he was publicly asking to help keep open this vital sea lane. And that's a sign of how strategically insignificant we've now become. It's a sign of how weak and timid we've become that the government preemptively announced that we wouldn't be sending a ship to rule it out just in case we were asked, and we haven't been. With Starmer and Canada's PM Mark Carney both on the Trump blacklist and Albanese now ignored, this looks like the practical end of the storied Five Eyes partnership. The intimate intelligence sharing between all of the Anglosphere countries that's done so much to shape the world because it was based on shared interests, common values, and of course a willingness, a joint willingness to stand up for freedom with military force if necessary. Why would the Americans routinely share their deepest secrets with countries like us who won't lift a finger anymore to help, even when the cause is so obviously right? And no cause could be clearer than keeping nuclear weapons out of the hands of the Islamist freak show that controls and brutalises Iran.